Welcome back. In our last video, we dived into the methodological concerns surrounding Hofstede's six cultural dimensions theory, exploring issues like the narrow sampling, outdated data, and oversimplification of national cultures. But the story doesn't end there. In this video, we are shifting gears to discuss the conceptual limitations of Hofstede's model. While it offers valuable insights, the framework also has its fair share of challenges when it comes to capturing the full complexity of cultural dynamics. Let's break it down. First up, another major limitation is the static view of culture that Hofstede's model promotes. Cultures are not fixed. They evolve over time, influenced by globalization, technological advances, and intercultural exchanges. But the theory doesn't adequately account for this dynamism, presenting cultures as relatively stable and unchanging. This can lead to outdated insights that don't reflect the realities of our rapidly changing world. Next, limited dimensions. Hofstede originally based his theory on just 5 dimensions, later expanding to 6. But even with this addition, the model has been criticized for its narrow focus. Relying on a limited number of dimensions means that significant cultural differences might be overlooked. The complexity of culture can't always be captured by just a few variables, and this limitation can reduce the effectiveness of the model in providing a comprehensive understanding. Next, bilateral framework. Let's consider the binary framework of Hofstede's dimensions. For instance, the model categorizes culture as either high or low in power distance. But this binary approach doesn't account for the nuances of cultural interactions. In reality, cultures often exhibit a mix of characteristics that can't be neatly categorized into two opposing ends of a spectrum. By forcing these complexities into a binary framework, we risk streamlining the diversity of cultural behaviors. The next one, limited intercultural interactions. The model also falls short when it comes to understanding intercultural interactions. While it focuses on national cultures, it doesn't fully address the complexities that arise in multinational organizations or multicultural societies. In today's globalized world, individuals navigate multiple cultural influences simultaneously, and Hofstede's framework may not be flexible enough to capture these overlapping contexts. Then there's the issue of ethnocentric bias. Hofstede's dimensions were developed using data from a Western cooperation, which may have influenced how cultural differences were interpreted and categorized. The Western-centric perspective might limit the model's applicability in non-Western contexts, where cultural norms and values could be fundamentally different. Overlooked contextual factors. We also need to consider the contextual factors that Hofstede's model overlooks. Economic conditions, political systems, and historical events can also shape cultural norms and practices, but these aren't accounted for in these 6 dimensions. By ignoring these factors, the model might provide a limited or incomplete picture of how culture operates in different environments. The next is inadequate explanation of cultural change. Finally, let's address the model's inability to explain cultural change. Hofstede's theory focuses on describing existing cultural differences rather than understanding how and why cultures evolve. In a world where cultural shifts are happening rapidly, this lack of focus on cultural dynamics can reduce the model's relevance. So, while Hofstede's six cultural dimensions theory provides a valuable framework for understanding cultural differences, it's essential to recognize its conceptual limitations. By understanding these challenges, we can apply the theory more critically and use it alongside other frameworks to capture the full complexity of cultural dynamics in our interconnected world. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into cultural theories and their real world applications. We will dive more into its limitations in usability of Hofstede's six cultural dimensions theory in our next. See you there.